Malik, I advocate for better relationship, family, and mental health. And a lot of us are suffering, and a lot of us are broken because of broken relationship. You lost a lot of time, finances, and I look at it like this. Because a lot of us are going in a relationship not skilled. You don't know that person. You don't know what is expected. We go into relationship empty because we're in a culture where we are capable of hooking up with people. We are capable of, you know, getting in a relationship, but we go in a relationship empty-handed. We are not well equipped mentally, spiritually, financially. So we're going empty-handed. And that is a major problem. So it is so important to empower ourselves because we cannot go to serve another person where we are empty. Look at it like this. Doctor, how many hours they spend in school to be a doctor? And then once they become doctor, they go work with another doctor to be accepted in certain facility. Pilot, same thing, hours and hours, 300 plus hours to learn how to fly. And then after that, they fly along another experienced pilot. But in our time, our churches, our schools, our family no longer teach us how to be a man, be a woman, of proverb that one. Even traditionally, whatever the country, the tribe, the culture you come from, majority of the cultures are not doing it anymore. Women and men used to run, being around other men and women, but it's no longer happening. So kids are going to school, boarding school, throughout, middle school, high school, college. It's all boarding, and after they graduate, they get in a relationship. What are they gonna do? They're gonna try to do relationship like West, but you're not from West. You will never be West. If you're not an American, you'll never be an American. It don't matter whether you lived in America for 20 years, 30 years, you will never be an American. If you're born or you were raised by African parents, you're always gonna be an African. And that's the bottom line. You're always gonna be an African. And guess what? And if you're born in America, Americans are not doing well in relationship. The court system is backed up by divorce. Everywhere in Europe, go to London. The place we know that is doing so well is Muslim countries. Because the system, they kept the old system. Women are supported, men are supported by their elders. Children at school, they are taught the Quran. They are taught how to behave, how to conduct themselves. But for us, we are like slaves. It is washed from us. Even Bible is washed from us. Well, I know with this new government, Bible school, it's somehow back in some schools, and that's a good thing. But guys, let's invest in ourselves so we don't fail, so we don't jump from one relationship to another. Because our girls, our ladies, women, you are a major victim of this. You're a major victim of this system. You've been told you can date however you want by, women empowerment. You've been told you can be a Black, independent woman. But all that is deception. You can never be independent. You can try as much, but you will never. At some point, you need a man. And you need a good man. And that was God's promise. Relationship is God's idea, not a man's idea. And when you live battling life alone, you missed the grace of God. The only reason you should be alone is when you're serving God, that you're so dedicated in the work of God that you don't have time for family and a man, according to the good book. That's what it says. But other than that, if you're in the street struggling and you sleeping around, you're using sex toys, you are lost. You need to come to the right place because you're living a lie of the world. So it is important. If you are in a failed relationship, something happened, empower yourself before you jump to another one. Because I have seen, and I also have dated women who are empty and they are beautiful, they have good heart, you know, they come from good family, they were raised in church, but it's not going to work. You can tell it's not going to work. And it don't work because they coming empty. They don't know how to treat the man. They don't know how to conduct themselves. They don't know boundaries. They don't know how to date, what to do before they decide this is the one. They've been told by the world, you jump, start dating by having sex. But when you have sex with a person, you become one. You become one regardless of who they are or where they come from. You become one with them. Whether they are pagan, whether that person is a Muslim, whether that person is a Christian, whether that person is a Buddha, you become one with that person. And that's why we need to be so careful with this hookup culture. That you can go and find a Musungu and a person from whatever the country and just hook up with them because they are looking good, because they are engineer, because they are doctor, because they are doing so well in life. But that is our downfall. You must not hook up, especially you as a Christian. You must stop that culture. You must denounce it and forget it and bury it and date the right way. You're going to be used anyways. If you, every time you date, you're on a dating website, that's a problem. That's a red flag that's gonna make you fail. Because majority of dating website there is prayers. I'm not gonna say, I don't say that is not gonna work. It can work if you use the right method. If you use it, but you're not hooking up. You cannot hook up. It's the first day, first week. You don't know that person at all. That's the major mistake. Because when you do that, you become one. And maybe you're capable of doing it and then jump into another person, you hook up with them, and then another person. What happens is soul ties. You become confused spiritually because now you are tied with this person and another person and this person. You become a confused person because you are empty. You have no guide of the Holy Spirit. So if you're in that position, the first thing to do is to acknowledge it and to stop hooking up and to bring your agenda to God. Tell God what you want. Bring your vision board to God. Tell them, this is what I want, and pursue it. Date the right way. And God is going to give you that person because it is your duty to identify the person, to approve them, to use all the discernment that God gave you, to look at that person to see they are good fit for you. Very important. I've seen Christian, true Christian, dating a person from another faith. Dating a person who is Buddha, dating someone who is a Muslim. It's not going to work. It's either you convert to their religion or they convert to yours. So let's not be blinded by this hookup culture, by the manipulation, demonic manipulation around us, because we are surrounded by it. And in most cases, we fall for it. And what happened? We end up heartbroken. So I hope there's one thing that can help you. Subscribe so you can get to hear more of this because we must sharpen each other. Until next time, may God keep you.